Let's go to war with you all. We can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shit.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place. FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fields this way up at the 17. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave a pretty good pop too and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-0 right now.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 46. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Gibson.
Always got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this is going to be a Commanders 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Howell.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And some room to roam now.
And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 33.
A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards on the ground.
And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are once again back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 12, Watson escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Gibson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A give to Gibson running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Watson now to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Down inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films. They came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Nick Chubb stops short. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Faking the handoff. Howell. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll go. It's Gibson. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on fourth down? And boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This time they'll throw it with Howell. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Washington on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A handoff for Gibson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety structure.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are right back in this football game. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Howell to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen has been pretty sensational.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Watson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Browns 42, Commanders 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, they move to 7-9 on the year with the win.
I told my boss it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, I ain't know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm telling my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it up hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game.